Good day, YouTube. This is J Money with Following Forward Financial. Just another video here on Tilray. They had some news come out today, and so time for an update on them. Here you can see what they've done over the last year. Could have got in at the $4, $5 range, even $6 range would have been great, along with everything else that ran up on February 10th. And still up 92% over the year, so it's still having a really great year. It's been nice to cash out there. Over the last 3 months, it's still in the green, 0.43%. Last month, up 4.46%. Last week, it's actually down 4.61%, and here today, it's up 7.16% in the after hours. This is Tilray. I've talked about them a couple times here on the channel. Ticker is TLRY. Currently I have 16 shares. They acquired Freya a while back, and that's how I ended up with the Tilray shares at a cost basis of 0. So not too bad. Wish I would have bought more Freya at the time, but that's all that I had. So if you don't know what Tilray is, it's in the MJ Lifestyle and Consumer Packaged Goods Company with operations in Canada, United States, Europe, Australia, and Latin America. Been around since 2018. 13.5 million shares being traded with a $6.34 billion market cap. And so they had some news come out here, and so it's going to go over that. Tilray acquires majority position in amended MedMen. And I've talked about MedMen once or twice here on the channel. Convertible notes, accelerating path into U.S. MJ market if federal legalization occurs. And this is, as you can see, just dated here today, a couple hours ago. Tilray has acquired the majority of MedMen's outstanding senior secured convertible notes that were originally held by a certain affiliated with Gotham Green Partners. And I'm not going to read this whole article to you, as I have some other ones going over some of the same information. So I'm just going to lightly scroll through this one for those of you that would like to read this in depth, and you can also find it on Yahoo Finance. Why Tilray stock is trading higher after hours, and again, this is just stated here today. So shares are trading higher following news of the company purchased a majority position in amended MedMen. The Tilray CEO, backed by accelerating trends towards legalization globally, we are focused on building the world's leading MJ-focused consumer-branded company with a goal of $4 billion of revenue by the end of fiscal 2024. The investment we are announcing in MedMen Securities today, one of the most recognized brands in the $80 billion U.S. MJ market, is a critical step towards delivering on our objective as we work to enable Tilray to lead the United States market when legalization allows, Simon said. Tilray is a Canadian producer that cultivates and sells medical and recreational MJ. In 2021, Freya acquired a legacy Tilray in a reverse merger and renamed itself Tilray. So I think I said it backwards. This says Freya acquired legacy Tilray and renamed itself Tilray. So the bulk of the company's sales are in Canada and international medical MJ export market. The price action, the stock is trading higher by 4.2% to $13.67 after hours. Tilray has a 52-week high, as I showed you earlier, of 67, 52-week low of $4.41. So quite the difference there. It's about a 62 and change, $63 upside. So somebody made some money there. I didn't. I'm still holding. Tilray eyes U.S. MJ market with MedMen move stock gains in late trading. And again, this is just 5 hours ago. So Canadian MJ Tilray has its eyes on the United States. And I've talked about High Tide here on the channel a couple times. They're also a Canadian company that also has their eye on the United States for legalization. So when that happens, it should be a big thing. So for a lot of MJ stocks, as when Tilray moves, some other ones follow in regards to it. So the deal could eventually give Tilray a path to own MedMen if MJ is federally legalized in the United States. The investment we are announcing in MedMen Securities today, one of the most recognized brands, the $80 billion U.S. MJ market, is a critical step toward delivering on our objective as we work to enable Tilray to lead the United States market when legalization allows. The maneuver is similar to Canopy Growth, pulled off in 2019 with Acreage Holdings. Canadian MJ companies cannot own U.S. properties outright because of the drug is still illegal at the federal level in the United States, so they tend to buy equity stakes that can turn into ownership in the event of a change in the U.S. law. So very interesting. So again, it says the Canadian companies cannot own U.S. properties outright because the drug is still illegal at the federal level, so they tend to buy equity stakes, and therefore when they can turn it into ownership in the event the change in the U.S. law when it becomes legalized. So very interesting. Tilray has undergone a merger with former rival Afria, which the combined company says makes the largest MJ seller by revenue. MedMen was a hot property earlier in the MJ stock craze, but has struggled in recent years with large losses, at one point using its shares to pay its bills. Wow. Valued at no more than $600 million in 2019, the company's market cap stood at less than $200 million as of today's close. And just going to slowly scroll through the rest of this as I have some more information in regards to this. The management team has spent the past 18 months executing a disciplined turnaround plan. MedMen CEO Tom Lynch said in a statement, "We are grateful to our stakeholders for our patience and support as we work to fix the business and rebuild trust and credibility." Tilray said it and select investors acquired $165.8 million of notes and warrants from funds affiliated with Gotham Green Partners, which originally invested in an effort to rescue MedMen from a cash crunch. If converted, the notes and warrants would equal about 21% of MedMen's equity, the parties disclosed. So we'll see what happens with this in the future, and once U.S. legalizes everything, that should be a huge opportunity for Tilray. And this again talks about acquires MedMen for $165.8 million, anticipating MJ legalization. And again, just dated here today. So pretty much the same information. So if you had any of MedMen, the MMNFF, you can go ahead and list that in the comments. And you can take a look at that one as well and see. So it didn't do much on the still a 27-cent stock, still trades over the counter. So, and moving on over here to Reddit. Green crayons for y'all on 420. Over here on StockTwits, currently at $13.12, low of 441, high of 67. And see if there's any other information here to give us any more insight on Tilray. There you go. Nothing to see here. It's going to be important to load up on shares tomorrow to force shorts to cover instead of loading up on the lottery calls. TrueLeaf would have been a better candidate, but let's see how this plays out. I've talked about TrueLeaf on the channel here a couple times. Not really too much other information here. Over here on tip ranks, currently at $13.12. This is showing a moderate buy with a 49% upside to $19.67. High of 27, low of 13.57. And if you have any of Tilray, go ahead and list that in the comments along with your cost basis, any other information that you have, and any other favorite MJ plays, you can list that as well, and I'd be happy to take a look at those. And if you haven't smashed that like button yet, go ahead and hit that for me, as well as subscribing and hit the bell so you're notified of when the next videos drop. Again, this is J Money, Falling Forward Financial. Happy trading, happy investing, stay green. Cheers.